I just wanted to grab my laundry. That's it. But within 5 minutes, a woman I'd never met called 911 on me, screaming that a large black man was breaking into someone's house. 5 minutes later, she rammed her white Range Rover straight through my fence, and somehow I ended up being the one questioned by the cops. My name's Marcus. 34, IT guy. Husband, dad. We'd bought a small house in Maple Ridge Estates, quiet neighborhood, trimmed lawns, birds' kids on bikes. I loved it. Saturday mornings were my favorite: coffee in the driveway, some music, folding laundry in the garage. Nothing fancy, just peace. That morning, I opened the garage to get some air while the dryer ran. I was sorting clothes when I heard a sharp voice behind me. "Excuse me, what do you think you're doing in there?" I turned around, confused. Standing there was this older woman, 60s, maybe, platinum hair, tennis visor, tight tracksuit. She was clutching her phone like a badge of authority. "This is my house," I said, still half laughing because... What? She stepped closer, eyes narrow. "Don't lie to me. I know the Harrisons. You're not them." My smile disappeared. "Ma'am, I am Marcus Harrison. This is my garage." She tilted her head, then said the words that made my stomach drop. "Right. And I suppose the Range Rover out front is yours too." Before I could answer, she pulled out her phone. I heard her on the line with 911. "Yes, there's a man breaking into a home. He's large, black, looks aggressive. Please, hurry." My hands were trembling, not with fear but disbelief. I tried to reason with her, pointing at my car, my tools, my son's bike right there. She ignored every word, talking louder into the phone. "He's getting defensive. He might have a weapon." And then she walked off toward her SUV. I thought she was leaving, but a second later, crash. The sound ripped through me. I turned and saw my white picket fence splintered, mangled, her Range Rover halfway through it. She just stared at me through the windshield, put it in reverse, and sped off. I was still processing what the hell just happened when the police showed up. 2 cruisers, lights flashing. One of them unholstered his weapon as he stepped out. "Sir, hands where I can see them." I froze. "Wait, what?" "Hands, now." So there I was, standing in my own driveway, surrounded by laundry baskets, trying to explain I wasn't a burglar. The same woman who just wrecked my fence was back, fake crying, telling them she feared for her life. "She was trespassing and destroyed my property," I said, but one of the officers cut me off. "Let's keep it calm. We'll figure this out." They didn't arrest her. They didn't even check the damage. They took her statement, nodded sympathetically, and told me it was a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding. That night, I sat on the couch, staring at the wall. My wife tried to comfort me, but I couldn't shake the humiliation. How do you explain that feeling? To be treated like a criminal in front of your own home, because someone decided you didn't belong there. I replayed it over and over. Maybe I should have just shut the garage. Maybe I shouldn't have argued. Maybe I did look threatening somehow. I hated that thought, hated that she'd planted it in me. I almost gave up right there, just fix the damn fence, forget it ever happened. But when I went to take out the trash later, I saw the little red light above the garage door, my security camera. I ran inside, opened the footage, and there it was, 11 minutes of pure, undeniable truth. Her walking up, accusing me, calling 911, lying through her teeth, and finally the impact when she plowed through the fence. Her voice crystal clear. "Yes, he's black, very aggressive." I sent the clip to my brother. He called within seconds. "Bro, you need a lawyer, a shark." Enter Anna Sharma. Civil rights attorney. Calm, sharp, surgical with her words. I showed her the footage, expecting maybe sympathy. She watched the entire thing without blinking. Then she leaned back and said, "This isn't just harassment. She weaponized the police. That's criminal." She laid out the plan: file a civil suit for property damage and emotional distress, then push for criminal charges for filing a false police report. And Marcus, she added, record everything from now on. Calls, threats, all of it. I didn't know then how much I'd need that advice. Because 2 days later, a sheriff's deputy showed up at my door with a restraining order. Filed by Beverly Albright. The same woman. She claimed I'd threatened her, that she was afraid I'd retaliate. Anna just smirked when she saw the papers. "Perfect," she said. She just admitted she knows the truth is coming. We went to court. I expected a small hearing, maybe a few minutes, but Beverly arrived with an entourage. her son Julian, a corporate attorney, and 2 HOA board members whispering behind her. She wore all white like she was some saint on trial. When it was my turn to speak, Anna took over. She pressed play on the video. The courtroom went dead silent. You could hear every word Beverly said, every lie, and then that sickening crash. When the screen froze on her face behind the wheel, Anna turned to the judge. "Your Honor, my client isn't the criminal here. He's the victim of a hate-motivated false report and reckless property destruction." The judge looked stunned. Beverly's face turned the color of chalk. The restraining order was denied. The judge even referred the case for further review. But the Albrights didn't stop there. That evening I got a call from Julian. Smooth voice, fake calm. "Let's be reasonable, Marcus. You take down that video, we'll pay for the fence and forget this ever happened. Otherwise, my mother will press charges for harassment and you'll spend years in court." I hit record on my phone. "Are you threatening me?" He chuckled. "No, I'm giving you an out." Anna called it textbook witness intimidation. We filed a report and added the recording to the evidence pile. The deeper we dug, the uglier it got. Anna's investigator found 2 previous complaints against Beverly, both from black or brown residents. One was a housekeeper she accused of stealing jewelry that was later found in her own drawer. Another was a family she got kicked out of the HOA after claiming they didn't fit the neighborhood's image. This wasn't a one-time thing, it was a pattern. By the time the county prosecutor reopened the case, local media had picked up the story. Someone leaked the video online, and within hours, Driveway Karen was trending. Hundreds of thousands of views. Every lie she'd told exposed to the world. When we walked into the second court hearing, reporters lined the steps. Beverly tried to cover her face, muttering that she'd been set up. Anna was calm as ever. "Beverly, you brought this on yourself." Inside, the prosecutor laid it all out. The false police report, the reckless driving, the pattern of racial targeting. And then Anna played the 911 call, the same voice trembling with fake fear. "He's large. He's black. He's aggressive." You could hear people in the room gasp. When it was over, Beverly's attorney didn't even try to defend her. He just asked for leniency. The judge's verdict came swift guilty of filing a false report and reckless endangerment. She got probation, community service, and a hefty fine. But that wasn't the real punishment. The real punishment was watching her reputation collapse overnight. The HOA board removed her within a week. Sponsors of her little neighborhood charity cut ties. She went from queen bee to pariah. When it was finally over, Anna shook my hand and said, "You did good. You didn't let her rewrite the story." I stepped outside into the sunlight, cameras still flashing somewhere behind me, but all I saw was the broken fence now rebuilt. Clean, straight, new. My son was out front kicking a ball, laughing like nothing had ever happened. And for the first time since that morning, I breathed easy. Funny thing, Beverly had once said she was protecting her neighborhood. Turns out I was the one who ended up saving it. Because hate can't hide behind fences forever.